It's High Priestess Jamila here to do your love, money, career readings for October, November of 2022. Welcome to the channel. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. If you guys need private readings or spiritual workings that work, the link to my website is below. I am running specials. I am getting together people that need very desperately new moon rituals. We're doing this early instead of delaying. You guys can get on my schedule. The link is below, especially if you need uncrossing, if you need generational curse removals, or cleanses or road openers and things of that nature. Okay, visit the website below. Also, make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate it so much. Okay, we're going to do this one kind of in reverse, to where I'm going to throw a couple of oracle cards first before I do your Celtic cross. Okay, so I'm using my Witch's Wisdom Oracle because I always speak from a witch's standpoint. I am a witch, and I just go with it because there's a lot of people that constantly have work being done on them, either good or bad. And I mainly point out the bad things that are holding you back. Okay, so we're going to start with the Gemini. We're going to call to Michael the Archangel for protection. And we're going to call to Hecate, Aradia, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels for the Gemini. October, November. We're going to throw out 3 or 4 cards from the Witch's Wisdom deck for the Gemini. Thank you. Okay. So a lot of you Geminis are getting a direct message from your ancestors. Okay, the ancestor card came up. Please do not ignore what your good ancestors are saying because of the bad ancestors. Please venerate them. I've noticed this underlying initiative to discount Halloween that is being facilitated either by the church or people that are just plain stupid. And then also people that are honoring ancestors that probably you need to be more so standing up to them. The cloak card comes up. Okay, the cloak card comes up. So a lot of you guys are definitely going to need to not be as open with your information. You talk too much, Gemini. You talk too much. Okay? Whatever that means to y'all, you talk too much. I know that Geminis are very, very bullheaded. You can't tell them nothing. But this is what your spirit guides are saying, that you talk way too much about your own business and probably other people's business. You need to stop doing that. You do. You talk too much. This is for all Geminis. And some of y'all be thinking, and that's why I was putting people out of the chat earlier, telling them to leave, because, I've got a few stalkers on this channel that they just think that everything that I say is about them. But, the difference is that I can make a difference for other signs, but you just don't listen because you think that you shouldn't have to listen to me. Okay, so I'm talking to the people that are open to the wisdom, not talking to you. Okay, this is not for you. This is not for people that have an issue with me. Okay, because nobody's pinpointing specific signs. This is not about you. You're narcissistic. Okay. Then you got the Lady Goddess card coming up, and she's in the inverted position, saying that a lot of you Geminis really, really, really need to connect with Venus, Aphrodite, and it's something going on with your love life. In fact, they're talking about your health, and what I started to feel, I started to feel like a little bit of tightness around my heart to let me know that y'all got some issues to where you need to open up your heart chakras. And when you do that, amazing things will happen. You need to let go of some of the things from the past, Gemini, things that may have hurt you. I could do this whole reading with these oracle cards, honestly, but I like the tarot because it gives more information. You need to let go of a lot of things that have hurt you. And I was telling my last group of readings that I have some ghost pipe tincture that I'm making because, I'm going to add it to my potion that I made for myself and my family. And look up the magical properties of ghost pipe. It's amazing. We're going to move on to the actual reading with the tarot. If somebody tells you not to listen to me, that's because they don't care about you. Okay? Because if you don't start using that heart chakra, either through emotional, physical, or mental exercise, then it's going to die. Okay, from the tarot, spirit guides, what messages do you have for Gemini for October, November 2022? We're going to throw a Celtic cross for love and money. Current. Oh, also another thing, if y'all silly enough to be watching certain people on here, don't think that I don't know what I'm talking about because I got a PPP loan 2 years ago. Donald Trump, who is a multi-billionaire, got a PPP loan. Kanye West, who is a billionaire, got a PPP loan. I don't know if them people are casting spells to make some of y'all listen to them. Them people must be casting spells so that y'all can listen to their stupidity. Show me Gemini currently. What crosses Gemini, what's below Gemini, behind Gemini, above Gemini, and 3 things that you see in Gemini's near future. Gemini's power in the future, the power of others, hopes and fears, and 3 final outcome advice cards. Yeah, it's, I think that people cast spells to say, I want people to listen and take what I say seriously, even though it's the dumbest thing in the world. I want you to still listen to me and try to discredit somebody because they got a PPP loan. Or they filed bankruptcy, which people file bankruptcy for many, many things. Donald Trump filed bankruptcy. The company Coca-Cola filed bankruptcy. Yeah, it's just total stupidity. I swear. They literally write on there on their petitions. They tell their candles, I'm going to cast this so that people will listen to me and take what I say as gold, even though it's stupid and it's going to lead them to being broke, homeless, and stupid looking. That's so funny, y'all. I swear to God. Hit the thumbs up. We got 1 person in the chat that should be here. Hello, welcome 1 person. We got 1 smart person in the chat room. Welcome. With the rest. Sorry, y'all. All right. So you got the Lovers. There's a crossroads that you're coming in. You're going to be choosing, Gemini. Choosing what is best for you. Definitely can sense either new love or either, definitely can see an energy shift when it comes to your love life, but also with your money, there's a crossroads. Now, the Wheel of Fortune does come up in the inverted position that's crossing you, Gemini. So I can see money expenses coming up caused by this fire sign person. This person is doing work on you. And some of y'all are too scared to use your power. What's wrong? Why? Because your father said something? Yeah, you got this fire sign person doing work on you, or either somebody that's an adversary. You got some fake friends here, Gemini, that you're not seeing that are doing work on you, pulling the wool over your eyes. And then you've got Seven of Wands in the inverted position, which means that a lot of you Geminis may be experiencing a blockage. But the main aspect of it with the High Priestess is the reason why you've been going through these struggles is because why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of witchcraft? Why are you so afraid of it? Because a lot of Geminis will say, well, if it's witchcraft, then that means that it's not real. And some things aren't real. Sometimes people can manifest things that shouldn't be happening. And y'all got the World card too, so you can tell that a lot of you guys are going to be waking up to the fact that there's some things that should not be in your reality. And it's going to be some hard lessons for the gems. A lot of you Geminis, whether or not you're male or female, you had a problem with a feminine energy, whether or not it was your mother or your sisters, and you are looking at everybody as being the same way as them. For some reason, you cannot get yourself out of that box, Gemini. So you're destroying and ruining all of your connections and your business choices because of that. It is totally controlling your life. And it's going to be a big lesson learned for a lot of you guys, because I can see an expense coming up that is going to set you back like a couple of $1,000s. Okay. So you can see money lost here. At least you'll have it, but some of y'all don't have it. And stop asking, why would God do that? Well, simply because there's more than one God. You're stuck on one God or one indoctrinated belief, Gemini. And it ain't meant for you to do that. It's meant for you to go through the change. Okay. Hello, Tracy's out and Gabriel. Hello. Can y'all hit the thumbs up? The haters are up early. I thought y'all would still be asleep. Y'all up early today. The haters are up early. They up early today. Probably it's not that they up early. They didn't sleep last night. They didn't sleep last night. Okay, the haters. They didn't sleep last night. I'm sorry, the gang stalkers. I got a reading coming up from an infamous gang stalker that I got that coming up. I got something special coming up for the gang stalkers. I just got to get my little army men. I got something real special coming up for y'all. Because y'all so silly, just like y'all like little teenagers that join gangs. y'all know that teenagers join up with gangs because they something wrong, and instead of y'all standing in y'all own power, y'all not in power, y'all all weak. And they all up in here. I can't stand them. Get out of my chat. Get gizzard. Don't make me go in there and get some bug spray. Libra sun. Okay, hello. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy's out. Thank you. What y'all not seeing, Gemini in particular, if you are a business owner, you can see some blocks coming up, feeling blocked, feeling stuck, and can't unsticking yourself. And part of the reason is because of this Empress comes up, represents, it could be your mother. Like I said, y'all are stuck on this toxic femininity. Toxic females. And they about to do you in. Some of y'all Geminis, in particular female Geminis, y'all hanging with these vipers. God dang. You know what? They must have been talking about the Geminis when they was talking about the homeless spells. Y'all better do something and do it fast, because it looked like y'all in some kind of coven and you shouldn't be there. Because you ain't in like you think you in. They ready to do you in. You can't trust whoever these females are here. Okay. And you did go down the wrong path, Gemini. Because for some reason you thought, well, these females they are real dirty and wicked. There is nothing good that's going to come from a dishonorable person. Thank you for the super chat. Nothing good is going to come from somebody that's a snake. Because while they talking about somebody else to you, they get off the phone with you and they go and talk about you to somebody else. And so you thought, well, if I can't beat them, join them? No. You need protection. Protection is a big problem. It's very difficult. I've noticed throughout the years, even because I've seen thousands of clients, it is so difficult to get through to the air signs that they need protection. Y'all are some of the most difficult ones. You need protection. Clarify Seven of Swords. Yeah, look, you got 3 sevens. Y'all need protection. That's one problem. Clarify Queen of Wands in the inverted position. Snake. Snake, 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 snake. 5 of Swords is appearances is not always what it seems. This person ain't got your back. And see, you know what I noticed, Gemini, is that y'all seem to more so gravitate towards snaky-like people because y'all seem to think that they got it, or and you seem to think that nice people are weak. Big mistake. Whether or not you want to admit to it or not. And some of y'all need to quit talking to this person right here. Yuck. They are a total snake. Whoever this is, it's a fire sign person. Some of y'all got mama issues and daddy issues. Toxic mother. Some of y'all got a toxic mother that thinks that she needs to feed off of your energy to survive. Y'all. Oh my God. And this is a very religious person too, you can tell. Very religious. She ain't gonna pick up a crystal nor a red candle or nothing to sustain herself. Instead, she sort of feeds off of her children and feeds off of negativity too. Clarify this, Empress. Oh, God. Y'all need to do... Since when did honoring your mother means dying for them? And see, this is where a lot of people, religion is a deadly weapon for some people because they interpret it how they want. So because in the Bible it said, that the Lord loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten son. Even if that did happen, why do you feel that this is a snake? Yo, you can't trust your mama, Gemini. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop it. You can't trust her. Okay, and and a lot of y'all, she's on her deathbed, and she done changed that will. So some of y'all in y'all 30s and 40s, and y'all gonna realize real quick how you sat around and wasted your time. You think you about to get this big reward from her death, and you ain't gonna get nothing. She gonna leave it all to her man. You can see a young man there, and they like, go over here to the store for your mama. Well, I'm leaving you my life insurance. You can do that for me, okay? But when she does expire, she ain't gonna leave you nothing. She gonna leave it all to her man. And what are you gonna do? Emotionally attach her? You gonna throw your life away? You gonna get yourself up and do something? Because it was all a setup. She was setting you up from the beginning because she don't like your father. And she took it out on you. So what do you set up for the wet up? You just gonna like, why can't you have your own identity outside of this situation, Gemini? I'm gonna tell you why. Because your mother or either your father or both have been raising you for years. So they were there and they were still the same person, if not worse when you were younger, because they felt like you wouldn't remember half of that stuff, but you retained it. And now you're a trained program robot for them. And you need to change the way you think you are and you operate. So you have a generational curse on you. It just is what it is. Stop asking why and do something about it. Unchain yourself. You're in chains. Do you understand me? The world is in the inverted position. You are chained up. You got a karmic parent. It just is what it is. Get out of your feelings. You gotta go, you gotta move forward. So you can see a significant amount of loss and being lost out there, and it's your very own fault because you've been told this over and over and over again by different readers. You've been told this by different readers who have told you this, and they're empowering you. Look, here's the Knight of Wands in the upright position. You got somebody that's empowering you, and you're like, I don't believe it, because well, by the time you don't believe it, it's gonna be too late. By the time you get through, it's gonna be too late. Hey, Ari, hello. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that the money gonna be funny coming up the next couple of months. Money gonna be funny. Money gonna be tight. Bad juju, bad luck. This is in the inverted position, Gemini. That's bad luck. That's why I read reversals, because I don't do hoity-toity readings. And then no, it is what it is. If I lie to you and you have some stuff go down, then you'll be mad at me. And then you got expenses coming because this fire sign person, they did a ritual on Maybon. This is Maybon. This is an enemy. Enemies do rituals to curse you. And they are stupid, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to affect you. What you're going to see manifest is a bunch of repairs and a bunch of expenses that could have been avoided. People cast spells on your items. People can put curses on your personal items. Some of y'all Geminis gonna have a house fire. Y'all better watch it. Some of y'all gonna have a house fire at your house in the dead of winter. And some of y'all ain't got the money to recover from that. Clarify this King of Wands inverted. See the houses behind it and the fire? It's a fire or either a flood, one or the other. Okay, and floods cause mold. Okay. Mold remediation is what, $20,000? That's a $20,000 job. This right here is the High Priestess, the Cancer, the Pisces, saying, why don't you reverse that? Oh, I don't believe in all this stuff, you know. I don't believe in all this stuff. Nah. You gonna believe over the next couple of months. A lot of y'all do have a path in witchdom, but your ancestors are right here. And they are not, then they came up in your oracle reading. They're not going to let you move forward in your witchy path as long as you have that stuff on your heart. Because what you're going to do is you're going to go into it, and you're not going to go into it with a mindset of clearing yourself and manifesting things. You're going to go into it with a mindset of revenge. Everybody that does that loses. Put yourself first. Oh, I want to do some witchcraft and I want to make something bad happen to somebody. And it's like, you got, hello, priorities. Hello. You need to fix your situation. And if those people come for you, then you deal with that. Of course, you need to reverse. Something needs to be reversed. Something ain't right here. You got Temperance upright as the final outcome. You got Six of Cups inverted. And you got the Emperor inverted. So it's coming back. The problems and the struggles are coming back. What are you going to do? And see, Gemini, I've been telling y'all this for years. Don't kill the messenger. I have a Gemini dominant chart and I'm a Gemini cusper. Okay. So, and I've been there, done that. I used to make this, well, I didn't make that same mistake. You know, I'm speaking on kind of the, a bit of the extreme side. But when I discovered my spiritual witchy self, I put myself, and then of course my children who are a part of me, a very important part of me, I put them first. Cleansing, clearing, unblocking myself, uncrossing myself. I put myself first. Because sometimes what your enemies can do is they can eat that energy up. Okay. So when it comes to your money, you can tell that there's going to be a problem. Then I can see an Aries that ain't your friend. That's probably this Aries right here. Yeah. They're going to be, this is in the inverted position. They're going to be creating some problems. Stop taking love advice from people. Somebody's glamoring you. See, I don't do that. That's disingenuous. I don't cast spells so people can listen to me, because that would attract too many people to me that I don't want attracted to me. I ain't about to cast no glamour spell. That's weak to me. I ain't about to do it. I like to deal with clients and people that have good sense. I'm sorry. Okay? At least halfway there. I ain't about to force nobody to listen to me. That's your loss if you don't listen to me. That's your problem if you don't listen to me. Because, like I said, they are casting spells to make what they say make sense, and it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. Nothing that they have said made any sense. But the reason why you don't think that the reason why you thought it made sense is because they either casted it themselves or they got somebody to cast it. Keep in mind that Lovers represents discernment, just like the Two of Swords. Just like the Two of Swords, the Lovers represents discernment. So now, as far as with love, for a lot of you Geminis, especially the women, you guys have new love coming in. As far as any existing relationship with somebody, especially whoever this fire sign is, that's a whole mess right there that you should have been done moved on from. That's a whole entire mess. That's on you. That's a whole mess right there. That's a competition. You got a lover competing with you. What? So y'all need new love, Gemini. Somebody that wants to work with you and not compete with you. Okay? Y'all need somebody new that got good sense. That person don't have no good sense because they just competing with you, which, you know, that's kind of ridiculous. Okay? We're going to move on to the Libras. Gemini, if you do burn candles, you need to watch them candles. That's why I use potions with a lot of my candles so that it'll be water to balance that out. Because I was doing some work for a client and the person that they were fighting against, it made, I was using one of my dice jars and it kicked, it caught one of my dice on fire. I got plenty of dice, but it caught one of them on fire. My spirits, they always check that stuff. All right, we're going to move on to the Libras. We're going to throw y'all oracle cards first. I'm going to check my chats real quick. They don't, Jen. Hey, girl, hey. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Hey, Christian. Hello. Thank you, Tracy's out. Thank you. All right. What messages do you have for the Libras from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle? I appreciate the super chat so much. I'm gonna have to keep that black jar going today because they. Anytime I get a super chat, boy, they go to work. They gonna be. I ain't gonna be listening. I'm be sitting over here watching. I'm in the mood to watch part 2 of Hocus Pocus. Okay, so we got inspiration coming in for the Libras for October, November. Beautiful card in the upright position. However, you got the Spirit Initiation card. It's inverted. Time for you to do it. Time for you to get into your craft, Libra. It's time. Stop delaying it and stop being afraid of it. Okay, this is for the people that you look at witches and you love the craft, but you like, I can't do this. I don't know. I'm scared. It's time for you to do it. Now is the time. Now is the hour. You got the familiar card that comes up. Okay, some of y'all done had a black cat or a black dog. This is Hecate for some of y'all. For some of y'all, it could be some other goddess, but that's really Hecate. Okay, I want y'all to marinate with those cards real quick, and I will be right back. I need to top off my coffee. You can see a wacky, wonky month over the next couple of months for a lot of Libras. In particular, the female Libras, because your spirit guides, your witchy spirit guides are coming to you and they telling you, you got a situation coming up. And I believe that it does involve either love or money, where you're going to have to use your magic. Stop being afraid of it, okay? This seems like they done casted a worldwide spell on everybody so that they could fear it. And they do have a lot of propaganda out there. Shout out to the witches out there that are exposing that. A lot of propaganda against the craft. You know, I got a t-shirt on the way that says protected by witchcraft. And they ain't gonna never go out on their crusades. They not gonna ever do that. Y'all ain't gotta worry about that. A lot of y'all fear it because of that. A lot of y'all have seen the appearances of black cats have been hanging around your house. Some of y'all already have a black cat that has been acting strange and has been kind of looking at you strange. A lot of y'all have been seeing black dogs, and some of y'all have been seeing shadow figures too, Libra, but that's not good. Dark shadow figures is somebody throwing something at you. And they do want us to fear Halloween. Fear Halloween for what? Fear Halloween. What? We got about 10 of them Kingdom Halls around my neighborhood. We got about 10 of them around here. It's like, my goodness gracious. All right, we're going to throw the cards. Keep in mind that you know what they'll do when you start to practice your craft and you start to go through things that you know, you may have a problem or an issue that you need to deal with the craft, and they'll say, see, that's that witchcraft, but you was going to go through that anyway. Only it would have been worse. For the Libras, we need to throw a Celtic cross for October, November 2022 for love and money. Spirit guide, show me Libra at current. What crosses Libra? What is below, behind, above, and 3 things that you see before Libra in the future. What is Libra's power in the future? The power of others, hopes and fears, and 3 final outcome cards. Thank you. Okay, so somebody's getting ready to come back in the picture. Well, that ain't gonna be good. You need to. Okay. Libra. So money is looking good. Although a lot of you guys really need to take action when it comes to money. Okay, I can see that you need to actually take some action over the next couple of months when it comes to money. Okay. So that means that if you're looking for a job, you need to get up and pound the pavement. If you want a job and you're looking on the internet for a job, you need to actually go and apply for these jobs. Or you need to do some kind of spiritual work so that you'll be favored or something. Some of y'all are already in the craft and you're afraid of money workings because you think that money workings is going to backfire on you or something. I don't know who inspires you as far as spiritually when it comes to spiritual work, but that's totally not the truth. You do have an attachment as far as with the Temperance card. Try not to do too much. Keep your head as clear as possible. You got an old lover that's coming back in, but Spirit is saying that they still ain't changed none. And that's because you haven't really done anything to facilitate that change, because you tend to not say anything to them. Toxic positivity. You gotta let them know, and you don't have to, cuss them out or, or be loud or whatever, even though sometimes you got to talk a little bit louder for people to hear you. You don't have to do that necessarily, but you do need to talk to that person, and you need to say to that person, hey, or maybe you need to do some spiritual work on them. This person does seem to have a bad spirit on them. I can see that a lot of you guys had issues in a relationship with somebody because their father passed away or something. And that's a number one way that you can tell that, the parent-child relationship, and this could be you that I'm talking about, but you can tell that it wasn't all that it cracked up to be. There was a rap song that I heard years ago, and I only listened to it once. Because he said something about lost my mama, lost my mind. That's not good. You need to raise your children to be able to make it out here without you. You do. And so you can tell that something went on to where, with this person, and you can just sense their father's energy just all over them, being very toxic. Okay, and if they passed away, then their spirit is still there. Okay, stop it. This is the mistake people make. They have a toxic father or mother, and they pass away, and you think that all of a sudden they turn into a perfect angel, and that's not the truth. If a person was evil to you when they were alive, then they're still going to be evil to you when they die. It's just the reality. Please don't kill the messenger. They don't all of a sudden turn into perfect angels just because they pass away. Okay? They don't. And, whoever doing these funeral recessions, they're not really understanding it because, I think it's irresponsible for you to be in the business of either religion or either the funeral business. And somehow, I don't know why I can sense Anubis, which is why we brought up dogs. They don't realize that you're helping that person to the other side. But for them, it's all about makeup and if you notice that when you go to a funeral, everybody focus on what that person looked like. That don't even matter. The person is deceased. It doesn't matter. They're passed on. And some of these funeral homes can make a person look real good, but they're not actually doing their job. They're not spiritual at all. It's all about the money. Okay, it's not about, seeing this person to the other side. And then sometimes, some of these people be so dang on demonic, But let's get back into the reading. This Emperor right here, this could be your father or your ex as well, Libra. What clarify why this is here? Angry. God, I can sense. Why do people hold on to grudges? And see, Libra, I got to critique y'all. That holding on to grudges is only going to bring you health problems and problems. Holding on to grudges. Okay, now you can always remember, but just to stay in that, that was somebody's issue that had a great deal of influence over you. That was somebody's issue, to where if it was any kind of problem, they just couldn't move on from it. And that's how you destroy yourself. That's how that's so silly, holding on to grudges. And so you can tell that it's a situation going on to where a grudge is being held on to instead of just moving forward, getting past it. Okay, and you know what? This is not surprising that a lot of y'all would be getting this message. I mean, I have some people that are watching me, they're like, she's saying that because she want me to be wide open. Well, get some protection then. If you feel like I'm doing something to you, then get some protection. Hell. But y'all need to move on from that. Somebody need to move on. And this is an angry spirit. This is a bad ancestor. You can tell this person is either here. Yeah. And see, some of y'all may have a curio cabinet or some kind of antique furniture that's beautiful, that's cursed. I can sense that. Okay, a lot of people, when people pass on or things get passed down, there's some kind of curse, some kind of cursed object here too. Okay, and that happens quite often. Definitely, a lot of you guys need to clear some stuff out of your house. This energy is coming from your bloodline. Stop thinking that it's coming from somebody else. That's where you make the mistake. Oh, I feel a negative energy in my house. I feel like it's coming from that person. No, actually, it's coming through your bloodline, and you need to banish it through time and through space. You don't like that makes the problem worse. That's why it's really good to get a good reader that can interpret this stuff, guys. Because y'all may have people that you don't get along with, but then those people distract you from the real problem, and they'll advise you, well, I think you should do a return to sender on that person, and then you'll send something to somebody that is unfamiliar, and they're like, what is this? And they'll and spirit gonna send it back to you because they say, yeah, here, you gotta deal with that. That was the wrong thing to do. So, anything that I feel is in my house that's coming from within my bloodline or some kind of attachment, I banish it either to hell or somewhere. Yeah. Because if you just send something to somebody else, they're going to send it right back to you. Then you right back in that same cycle. So on a spiritual note, now, a lot of y'all got blockages. A lot of y'all need to. A lot of y'all going to be trying to remove this blockage. And then for some of y'all, somebody's attacking you in the astral as well as feeding on you. You need to be concerned about that, Libra. That's why you're so tired all the time. That's why you don't have no energy, because somebody's attacking you in the astral, and then you don't have your astral doors protected. This may not even be a person. This could just be things that are coming in through the astral. The veil is very thin right now. In the near future, you can see the potential of money. There is definitely there, but you can see that that 8 of Pentacles is in the inverted position, because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I can sense that a lot of you guys are depressed or something. Your confidence levels being low. And some of y'all are sleeping and sleeping and sleeping, Libra, and you just ain't getting enough rest because you're fighting something in your sleep. You wake up, you feel really, really, really tired. You know, and that's because some negative stuff is attached to you. Okay. And it ain't angelic like you think it is. Now, the guardian card came up, meaning that call to your guardian angels. Why do y'all? You know what's crazy is that I found that people that are supposed to be spiritual, they don't realize all of the things that will benefit you. You have a guardian angel. Why won't you let that guardian angel in to protect you? Some of y'all have several. Hey, your power in the future, Libra, is going to be get up and go, and then also having your own identity. You do not have to handle things like what your ancestors did. And I'm talking about your parents. This is coming from your ancestors. They're saying, I don't know what your parents was doing or what they was doing, but I wouldn't have done it like that. Okay. That's what they saying. They saying, I don't know what especially your father. Even if you don't know your father or never met your father, they can still have a negative effect on you because everything is happening through spirit. You doing, and you trying to emulate them. No, have your own identity. Okay. Now, your hopes and fears is the 3 of Pentacles in the inverted position. So you fear success in your money endeavors. How did that happen? You need to prepare yourself for change. A lot of y'all need to ground yourselves too. Some of y'all think that when people mean grounding, that means that you're gonna die something. No, grounding yourself. Okay, there's many, many ways of doing it. Grounding is so important because, you know, otherwise you'll just be all over the place. I wonder who this King of Cups is in the past. Who is this King of Cups? Why are they here? That's an ancestor. Good, bad, indifferent spirit guides. I'd say good. And I feel like what this ancestor is saying, that you need to release yourself from these mental bondages, these mental prisons. Okay, you need to release yourself from that. Yeah, barefoot in the dirt. Exactly. Yep, somebody doing work while they're asleep and somebody's coming into their astral. That's exactly what's happening. And, you know, they're not necessarily doing it to protect themselves. You know, sometimes your enemies or people that you attack, you know, they will, you know, they'll say, watch this person because they be doing too much. But this is somebody that's just like gnawing at you, pulling on your energy while you're asleep. That's why you don't have no energy. And a lot of y'all are going to you're getting it now. You're getting the wisdom now as to what's going on with that. Your final outcome is 10 of Swords in the upright position, the Strength card inverted, and the Page of Pentacles in the upright position. So you can tell that a lot of you guys are going to get a job offer if you're looking for a job, but it ain't going to come in time. It's like it's delayed a lot. Clarify Page of Pentacles. Not until November or mid-November. Yeah, about mid-November. See, I told y'all. About mid-November, you need money now. You know, mid-November, that's a month away. Because your energy is low. Somebody's having a really, and see, that's why I was saying that a lot of y'all out there, that's why I started teaching my classes, and I am accepting, I hate to say the word taking, I'm accepting new students. Okay, that's one of I love teaching classes on cold winter nights. I love it. So I do have spots open for that. And my classes are 30% off, just to let y'all know. And they're done one-on-one. A lot of y'all need to get into it. That's why those 3 cards came out with the Oracle. Okay. And I'm going to teach you the right way because I like for my reputation to be good. I'm not going to teach you so that you'll be codependent on me. I want to teach you so that you can liberate yourself, you know? Okay, so visit my website. My prices listed don't reflect the discount yet. You have to take the 30% off. I have to give you a code. I don't have it listed as that, but yeah, y'all really need to get into learning what is affecting you. And it's hidden in these cards. Even though we didn't get the Magician card, we didn't get the Hierophant, but we did get this is wisdom coming from the woman. Nothing wrong with it. If somebody doesn't like it, too bad. The Spirit Initiation card came up in your Oracle, and then the Familiar card, the Guardian, came up. A lot of people will feel guilty. Like they'll say, well, don't it say in the Bible that we not, and I will tell y'all something, you keep believing that, keep struggling. Like all the time, like struggle. Y'all got a pattern too that seems to come out between October and December. There's a pattern that's playing out, and it's been playing out in your life for many, many, many years. So, you know, you should be working now. I don't see a job offer until about mid-November. And of course, if it's a job, then you got to wait 2 weeks to get a check, or 3 weeks sometimes, or sometimes some of y'all working for these temp agencies. Temp agencies are good. Oh, that's an idea. But get a job at a temp agency if you're looking for a job. At least there's some money coming in. Temp agencies are still a thing. I did it for years when I was in the workforce. I did temp agencies for years. And these temp agencies, they do hire people to work from home too, which is very, very popular. Okay. But I feel like a lot of you guys need clarity. A lot of y'all are just like, You know, it's kind of like spirit is ready to splash some cold water on your face and say, wake up. Ooh, I'm up. What's going on? A lot. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to move on to the Aquariuses. Okay, some of y'all that can afford my classes or my spiritual work, y'all come and see me. Because, you know, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you are already a practicing spiritualist and you have a problem that comes up, yeah, you do need to deal with the people that are working against you, but you also you need to understand that when any problem pops up, that is an opportunity for growth. If you have any issues, like folk get to talking about you, folk get to arguing with you, oh, it must be time for me to grow. They'll be like, what? I need to do, and especially when it comes to your craft. And I got that wisdom from Hecate, because she said it's time for you to start making potions and stuff. What are you doing? Like, you need to, and that happens, you know, especially when it comes to learning about astral travel and all of that stuff. It's really important. Okay, we're going to move on to the Aquariuses. And don't be a snaky snake, okay? Y'all remember that movie Kill Bill? Y'all see that video that I put up? I love that whistle song from Kill Bill. You remember when that chick, okay, remember Uma Thurman? Boy, she came back with that movie. Because she was in that movie Hysterically Blind, and ooh, that was a horrible role. Oh, God, but she played it. But Kill Bill, boy, that was the bomb.com. And so she went to a teacher, and her teacher was really, really hard on her. But she loved her teacher because he taught her a lot. And that evil woman, because he taught her how to use the sword and stuff, how to sword fight real good. And that evil one-eyed woman went there and killed her teacher. Oh, it was on and popping. She took vengeance for her enemy hurting her teacher. Okay. All right. Spirit guides for the Aquariuses for October, November of 2022. What messages do you have about love and money from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle? Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all get a lot of the same cards. Oh, you got the Homeland Foundation card. Okay, you got the Chalice card, Fulfillment, in the upright position. And then you got the Athame card. So good news for the Aquariuses. I see stability coming in. But I also feel as though Spirit is saying, go back to your roots, which is also ancestors that are here to help you. Fulfillment over the next couple of months, especially when it comes to money and love. But also in love, there is somebody that I feel like in your love relationship, there's either a person or an entity or something that keeps trying to interfere. Okay, but this is really, really good. The best I've seen with the air signs so far. Okay, Spirit guides, we're going to throw a Celtic cross for the Aquariuses for October, November 2022. Show me where Aquariuses are currently. Love and money, career. What crosses Aquarius? What's below, behind, above, and three things that you see in the near future. For the Aquariuses, what is Aquarius's power in the future? The power of others around them. Hopes and fears, and three final outcome cards, advice cards for the Aquariuses. Thank you. That's who's interfering with your love life. It's either your mother or either somebody's baby mama or somebody's mama. A lot of y'all healing from something. But is it about being healed or healing constantly? And like honestly, you know, what's up with the constant healing? I'm healing. It shouldn't take you that long to heal. Y'all been dealing with some paranoia. But you can see why. And sometimes being paranoid is a good thing, but sometimes it's a bad thing. A lot of y'all may worry too much. If you're a parent, you worry way too much about your kids. Worrying ain't gonna do nothing. You got to take action. But then you can tell that when it comes to your love life, a lot of you guys are involved with either a water sign lover or either an earth sign lover, and you can tell that something going on with their mama. They treat you like a queen, but their mama got a problem with it. Which, of course, you know, the reason why she doesn't want you to be treated like a queen, Aquarius, is because, you know, of her messed up love life, okay? Your lover is a child of divorce, okay? And I can see that very clearly. And ever since you have linked up with them, and this could be long-term or short-term, you know, the mother is giving you the stink eye behind your head, okay? Hey, Goddess Lillian, hello. You don't have to bend over backwards and kiss his mama's butt, but it's probably not a good idea to say, your mama is this. He'll be, what? But he even recognizes that his mama ain't right, and he finds himself apologizing, making excuses, because the mother does have like early onset dementia. He had to go travel to the mother for some of y'all. During the holidays, the mother is going to either be sick or playing sick, one or the other, or both. Aquarius, and stop being so empathic towards certain situations. You need to learn how to control your empathism, your gifts. If you are an empath and you are feeling things that other people are feeling, or if you are feeling things that other people are saying that they're feeling, then you don't have control over your powers. You don't. And that's why you got that boundaries card. Clarify the star inverted. Yeah, this is a person codependent. They faking it. They faking the funk. You know, they feel fine, but they saying that they don't feel fine. But then, you know, you'll take it into your head, and then person will call you and say, you know, I feel like my leg is hurting today, and my back was hurting, and then an hour later, your leg and your back is hurting because you don't have control over your empathic gifts. Like my empathic gifts come out all the time, but I control them. Because I can tell my body, you know, that other person is going through that. This is not real. This is just simply me mimicking that person to let me know what that person is going through. So this is for the empaths, especially the empaths, okay? This could even be your mother, okay? The Knight of Cups is in the inverted position above you as a spirit guide that's saying to you, your empathic gifts are not going to do you any good if you just continue. You can't help nobody if you just completely like turn into that person and start having their afflictions. That ain't how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to eventually gain power over your gifts of empathism. And I can tell you that it takes time, practice, and sometimes a little bit of spiritual work. You need some psychic development work. Because being an empath does not always mean that you have to feel what another person is feeling and go straight into their afflictions. That's a bad byproduct of being an empath. You're supposed to learn how to control that. So that's why the Hermit comes up in the inverted position. Because a lot of y'all don't, now I consider myself to be a homebody. And if I'm sick or getting over something, I don't go out much because, I don't think that's fair, especially if you got like a flu or something that could be spreadable to other people. I feel like you should stay home. But a lot of you guys generally have a fear of interacting with people because of this. And this is very debilitating. Some of y'all Aquariuses that are nurses, y'all said, I'm quitting my job. But then even when you quit your job and you took that work from home job, you still was going through the same thing. I wonder why. So this is about your career. Also, some of you guys were definitely nurses. Y'all left the medical industry to do something else, but you're still experiencing that. And that's the reason why, because you don't have control over your spiritual gifts. Let me see where there's a guardian angel. Up right here, this Queen of Pentacles in the upright position is a spirit guide that's coming out. Through this reading, I'm getting all of this from this spirit guide right here. For some of y'all, there's going to be a love reunion with a fire sign person. Goodness gracious, this person really, really needs to figure it out. And it's okay to reunite with this person, but you need to protect yourself. You see a little bit of stagnation in the near future because of this. Yeah. You got some bad spirits around you either you or them. I can't tell. It may be both. Got some bad spirits, and all of these are inverted. You do seem to have some bad ancestors. You have to filter out the bad ones. People been talking about that a lot, of bad ancestors. But there's good ones too, like this Queen of Pentacles right here. She said you need to ground yourself in your spiritual gifts and actually take the time to learn them. But things seem to be very chaotic and unclear around you. Your power in the future is really to disconnect from the consciousness of people around you. And the reason why is because those people around you, Aquarius, they are all over the place. You need to go into your own bubble. You need to go into your own world. Okay? See, your surrounding environment is the Two of Swords in the inverted position. A lot of confusion. That's why that card comes up. And so what I can hear from a lot of you Aquarius is, well, I'm an empath, and that just comes along with being it. Not necessarily. They're saying to master your abilities. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And that Homeland card reminds me not necessarily of a place on Earth, but more so much farther from here. So a lot of you guys need to connect with your upper spirits that are like way out there in faraway galaxies, and do some stargazing, and connect with your, what I want to say, meridian, is that the correct word? Connect to, find out what galaxy you're connected with too, because because that's the thing. And then also paying attention to astrology. Astrology can help people a lot. It can, learning about the planets, learning, what they're doing. Because a lot of times these planets, they'll play out, they'll be doing their thing, and people will just go. Y'all ever see that? Like, for example, when Mercury is in retrograde, they say that people start lying a lot, people start playing a lot of games and just being weird. But why do they do that though? And why can't they control themselves? You know what I'm saying? Why do they do that? So you need to make it work for you and not work against you. And then next thing you know, you'll be sitting there with a self-defeatist attitude saying, well, this world. But then you'll look at other people and those people won't be feeling that way. You'll be like, well, why that person ain't experiencing that? Because they figured out how to ground themselves. They figured out how to keep themselves centered and balanced. And they work with, their spirit. Because I'm sorry, an ancestor that tells you to be weak or stupid, ask that ancestor respectfully to leave. That's what I would do. Don't it make sense to y'all? Because like right now, around this time when the veil is thinnest, you're gonna make contact with a lot of ancestors, and even some of them claiming to be your ancestors, but they not. So some just don't feel right about that. Your final outcome, 9 of Wands in the inverted position. So that's one of the cards. So you can tell that there's a snake in the mist. Somebody in your family that likes to appear to be better than you. And Spirit is telling me that you need to watch that person. I would not invite this person over to my house because they taking hair out of your comb, out of your brushes, and one of your pairs of underwear went missing. Personal items are coming up missing in your house because this person is doing you dirty. Okay? They taking personal items out of your house so that they can do work on them, or either give it to their spiritualist to do work on them. Okay? You can definitely see that. And as far as with money and finances, you guys, the final outcome looking at November is financial problems. That moon card tells me that there is somebody that has a great influence over you. So like when they come knocking at your door, it just totally blinds you. Hey, how you doing? You're not aware of the energies that they have on them and the spirits that they have on them and their intent. Okay. You're not aware of that. Okay. And this is a female's energy, a female energy. And so I can see the final outcome being the 5 of Pentacles, to where you feel like you don't have enough. Like it's not enough, which that's fine. You can see some money coming in. If you guys are waiting for some kind of assistance, that's going to definitely come through. But it's not going to be enough, which is fine. Now, this is in contradiction. Let me acknowledge this, of this Ace of Chalices. So they may be saying, look at the potential. This is what you could have versus what they are projecting as an outcome, Aquarius. Okay. And then the Hermit directly relates to meditation and connecting with your spirit guides and connecting with your higher self, but it's in the inverted position too. So that's why that card comes up like that, okay? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a money ritual. Hold on, guys. I got somebody trying to reach me. I'm actually done with this reading. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the super chats. Hit the thumbs up. And I do provide spiritual coaching, in particular for empaths, okay? But it ain't just about crystal and meditation. Sometimes if you're an empath, you know you can banish bad energy and phantasms. So it's a lot of stuff that, you know, so y'all can contact me if y'all need spiritual support, as well as I am taking new clients. The link to the website is below. Get in fast because it's only 8 days to the new moon, and you know, I'm gonna start making sure that I'm on it in advance, okay? So I can be prepared for y'all rituals, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Christian. Blessed be.